is in the water and it's normally at an angle. But a lot of times, you know, if the tree falls down, it could actually float out into the middle of the lake. So it doesn't necessarily have to be connected to the bank to be called a laydown. So you really have to pay attention if you see a log or something that's out in the middle of the lake. You know, normally there's probably some good cover down there at the tip of it, which is, you know, a laydown, but not the laydown that most people think would come right off the bank. You know, you have to use your mind. You have to really try to visualize what's there. The laydown actually comes out, but you also have some other structure right there with it. And that fish was just laying right in the limbs, right in between the two cypress trees. But the laydown was the main cover that was there that was holding that fish. So, you know, there's a lot of different reasons why that fish is going to pick that laydown over other pieces of cover down the bank. It represents a house that they can get underneath, but it also gives them an ambush point. Whenever they get ready to feed, they can get out there and position themselves and really get ready for when something comes by. You know, they can dart out and give them a little bite to eat and just tuck right on back in. First thing that you want to do is throw your bait right up there where you can actually see the log coming out of the water. And that's probably the biggest mistake, because if you do catch a fish up there, a lot of times when you catch fish, it actually brings the other fish with it. So you're actually taking a fish which should have been your last fish that you really want to target. You're trying to catch him first, and that's not really what you want to do. You really want to approach it as, I want to fish it from the outside in. I want to try to knock on the outside of his door, and then kind of work your way up the ladder, so to speak. There's more to it than what the eye sees. You're looking at the bank where it enters the water. It may be pretty good size around, but what you need to do is look around at other trees and see how tall that tree is, and go, okay, if it's laying down, I may actually be in a fish's house underneath my boat. So you really want to pay attention to the size of the tree that you're fishing, because that's going to tell you how far out in the water, underneath the water, where the main piece of cover, and that's kind of the tip of the laydown, is what you're kind of want to key on. Normally, whenever I approach a laydown, I'm going to be flipping either a tube or a jig, and I'm going to start from the outside, and I'm just going to work it in, and then I'm going to take it some type of reaction bait. Something that'll maybe if that fish was there and he really didn't take that subtle approach that I approached him with the jig or the tube, then I want to get something to start banging around and trying to aggravate him, like something encroaching, you know, his territory. Something like a square bill crankbait works real well. Even a spinner bait that you can run down that thing, things that you can bang off, deflect off the cover, and really get a bite.